sweet as the tarts that Bakewell refines, older than the spirits of magpie mine, lively as summer, a first well-dressing, the streets all ribboned, the sun's blessing, more eloquent than a poem. I can't make the hills, but these hills made me. And of course, because you're all clever people and Derbyshire connoisseurs, you'll see it was a mistake in that poem, and I said Bakewell tarts instead of. It's sort of about how sometimes what we want are days when maybe nothing spectacular, nothing massively exciting happens, but nothing bad happens either. And I've been thinking a lot this year about how necessary days unspectacular but adequate. The weather neither calm nor wet. Your coat zips nearly to the top. A silver thermos cooling in your bag. The sky at Bamford red, as if in barren smoke clouds. Above the Hope cement works, crow's wheel arcs of guarded flight. Touch the rock, your fingers hold. I've seen that, so I'm going to read one non-landscape poem and then two poems to finish, or landscapey poems. I've seen a lot of people saying this year that that they normally object to Christmas songs on the radio at this time of year, to all the trees and the lights going up and stuff like that, but that this year everyone's kind of changed their mind because the more light we have and the more cheer the better. So I thought I'd do a slightly festive poem. It's about my little boy who was born on the 1st of December 2 years ago. So he was like a kind of I like to think he was like an Advent gift because he came into the world on the 1st of December. So this is a poem for him, and it's just called Advent. On the first day of Christmas, they hold you from me with the forceps. The second day, I washed with frankincense, fed you thin gold, summoned by the high of your cry. The third day, milk came, swaddling pale, shepherd's flock white. The fourth, the fifth, I wept awake past bedtime, willing the morning close day. My body was around my ribs, my lungs, my neck. Then came days with countless nights by the window, watching sleep flying roofs outside, its reindeer legs, its glossy chariot. By the 20th, you slept, prone angel on my chest. 21st, your father was the year's first snow to me. Then came the carol of your voice, then your hands at the door of my heart. And here, the 24th, your fairy lit eyes, pursed lips, the snowflakes of your fingertips, and all of you a gift that I will not unwrap, just hold and hold in my forgotten hands, weighing you silently, trying to guess what you are. And he's going to be 2 next week, and the time has absolutely flown. I think I'll just, I'll finish with a poem about a hill. It's someone from Derbyshire that I think hasn't been written about enough, a sort of forgotten story. So this is just called Hill. I love to write my poems when I'm out and about, and one of the things I found hardest in the lockdown, I think, was earlier in the year, was being free to go out into the peaks, because that's where I get all my best ideas. Hill. Each time I think of you, you're halfway up a hill you've never before. Autumn. The Calder Valley chimneys breathing light, the beech trees mimicking a corner of night, black trunks, the spans between them, tiny measures of the sky. Up here, the walks you haven't taken grow precise, undone and certain, tightening like the hand of the day. Although I'm 7 hills away, I'd like to tell you, somewhere on the map, there must be plains we do not know about, towns with name and list, and ordinary hidden lakes, a single cloud shaped nothing like a leaf. I mean to say, there must be better ways of putting things, unwritten routes, stone-knuckled paths to overshoot, words practiced till they come out rough. And from this height, and on this tilted Yorkshire earth, it seems enough. And finally, I'm a runner. So I'm from Chesterfield originally, and I've been running at Chesterfield Athletics track since I was a kid, since I was a teenager. Not so much running there anymore, but I got really interested in the famous Roger Bannister 4-minute mile, the historical mile. And what interested me most about it is there's lots of celebrities that took part in that race who've been well documented, but the man who came third in the race was actually a miner from Tibshelf in Derbyshire called Tom Hullett, and he just kind of didn't feature in the news about it, and he moved back to the area and he ended up working in pest control in Sheffield, and I thought he deserved a poem about his run, and I was sort of imagining him carrying on running after the race was finished. I'll just finish with this one, and thank you so much for having me. Thanks Alison, thanks everyone for inviting me to read poems tonight. It's so nice to see you all. So this is Tom Hullett's Mile in memory of Tom Hullett from 1930 to 1990. When the tape was broken and the clock froze Bannister and Braysher, crowned with sweat balls, the man who really finished third kept running, out of Iffley Road in Oxford, north to Tibshelf, overground at first, then down through the pit shafts and tunnels he'd worked, earth his only audience. He ran right out of 1954, through all the Derbyshire he knew. He ran through centuries of rain and bad ideas, through lifetimes of good luck. Sometimes his shadow lagged behind. He ran like weather, he ran like time, and they call it a mile, but it lasts forever. You can try to catch him, but there is no line. That's all from me. Really nice to see you all. I'm going to disappear quite sharpish because lasagna in the oven.
Sorry. Thank you so much, Helen. That was really wonderful, really beautiful poems. Very kind of you to join us tonight. And we look forward to seeing the Ticket to Hope.
Yes, soon, yeah.
And you'll let us know about the film, The Ticket to Hope. But thank you so much. I'm sure everyone will agree. Round of applause if you can unmute yourselves.
Thank you. There's some really nice comments in chat if you want to see them as well.
Yeah, lots of nice comments.
Yeah. Oh, wasn't that lovely?
Lovely. Wonderful.
Super.
So I think at the beginning, as we arrived, Sophie was showing us a slideshow.
Oh, yes.
That's about 10 minutes long, and we just thought if anyone wants to say anything else now, any other questions, just any bit of chat, we could do that, and then we'll play the slideshow and you can stay for as long or as little as you like. There's music. The music's from the Tall Tales project,
yes.
Isn't it, Sophie?
The first song is like the finale song of the Just in Time broadcast, and it's all about, at the end of the whole of the 3 episodes, it's human nature to try and pretend we're perfect or think we should be perfect, but really we should just accept ourselves for who we are. And
exactly.
So that's the message of the whole thing. And then the second song is about animal rights. It's about how people put animals in cages, and that was some of our younger members wrote that one, and it's a nice little rap chorus that goes with it, and you'll be singing it for the rest of the week if you hear that one.
Is there anything else people wanted to ask or say before we sort of wrap up this part of the evening and sit back and enjoy the slideshow? Any comments, any questions? Nothing? Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well,
doing all right.
Everyone doing all right? Yeah.
We're doing okay.
Question.
Yeah. Thank you.
Matthew.
Yeah, I'm all right. As you can tell from my comment, I've been doing a lot of hiking, so yeah, I've really enjoyed that.
Good. I think a lot of people have managed to go outside more than they might usually do, which is great news.
We are very lucky, aren't we, in the High Peak?
Because there's a lot of places to walk.
Yeah, we're very lucky living here, aren't we? It really makes you appreciate it when you think of people who maybe are in lockdown on the 12th floor of a block of flats in a city and couldn't get out, and we can live in the Peak District and be on our doorsteps. So we're very lucky. Okay. Wow.
Shall
Shall we?
I do it?
So you show us how to do it and stay for as long or as little as you like. It's about 10 minutes, and we can sing along. It's very jolly.
Yeah.
And there's pictures from different projects.
Well, I think I'll go do some drawing.
Oh, it's stopped.
That's it. Oh, it's still going on mine. Can everyone else see it?
I think it's all right now.
Yeah, Isolation. Boredom. I spent all my time dreaming. In dreams I was screaming. Trapped in a cage, feeling blue. Very bored with nothing to do. I wish I could escape, find a place of my own. Brick, find a new home. Got lost in my imagination. Boredom. People came with so they could record them. Through stories and books, I discovered new friends. We played in our imaginary dens. We discovered new things. Communicating, no escaping. In the wild, we long to be free. If our habitats were under lock and key. Live in the wild, we long to be free. If hunters didn't come for us, we could do as we please. Live in the wild, we long to be free. If our habitats were under threat, under lock and key. To live in the wild, we long to be free. If our hunters didn't come for us, we could do as we please. Then came the night when I went escaping. I turned and thrashed and was shaking. Wouldn't stay still, I kicked and kicked. Actually I was kind and licked. They sent me away in a big van. I jumped up and we fell into a dam. We hit the water, I got wet. 15 net. They cut it down, set me free to save me. I ran into a guru called Boris. We lived in the wild under the trees. Nothing could separate us, even the sea. Hunters could catch us, especially me. But we ran away and lived free.
We'll watch it all again.
Long to be free. If habitats were under threat.
Well, you are welcome.
To live in the wild.
I know. I didn't put any stills in from the Here, There, and Everywhere show. So I just had to draw a line somewhere. You loved it.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining, the Here, Now and Everywhere show.
Yes.
It was a good laugh. Yeah, just what's needed.
Yes, indeed.
Who wrote that last song, Sophie?
Say that again, Sheila. Sorry.
Who wrote that last song?
Well, the words were written by a young girl who's now in year 7, I think. So she was about 11 when she wrote the words. She wrote a lot of it independently, and then came up with the tune with Lucy, and they did the music together. I know, it's lovely, and we'll be singing it forever and ever. I can't do it.
And human animals, or even just a
There were
creature.
some other nice songs.
States being faulty or incomplete. Our imperfection tries to make the street. Would you need to hide or be afraid? Well, learn not to judge. Don't be afraid. Just accept it and be just as you are. Happy in your own skin.
Even though not
No
everybody
need to hide your
when it's work
scars.
at home, people still say
Don't be
they
scared. Be who you are. Challenge yourself and you'll go far. If you're afraid, because you're bullied. Be a change for good. Live life fully. You don't need to hide or be afraid. Well, learn not to judge. Don't be afraid. Just be just as you are. The scars they try to hide. Maybe from surgery or from the back.
Fingers crossed. And we'll get all the Celtic rugby. Thank you, Helen, our medical student, doing a project focusing on young people on this, Sophie.
Yes.
But they are they're going to be exploring why there's some of the young people that felt they couldn't join in the projects and check out why that was, the sort of online projects.
Yeah, digital exclusion in families and that sort of thing. So yes, I'll have a chat with them tomorrow about it. But if they want to catch up with, is everyone frozen? Am I still here?
Yeah, we're having a meeting.
Everybody's in and out a lot.
Spent all my time dreaming, but in my daydreams I was screaming.
If they wanted to
Trapped in a cage, feeling blue, very boring to do. I wish I could escape, find a place of my own, break free from chains, find a new home. Got lost in my imagination, boredom. People came with so they could record them.
So there's Bethany, Josh.
Reading books, I discovered new friends. We played in our imaginary den. We discovered new things, communicating. Then came in the night, no escaping.
Lockdown, things that happened during lockdown, and look at the
Wild to be free.
access to
Habitats went under threat. Lock and key.
those ideas.
Live in the wild, we long to.
Well, I'll
If
see what they
hunters
come up with
didn't
tomorrow.
come
They're doing
for
a
us, we could
questionnaire
do
at my
as we please.
see what that involves.
Wild, we long to be. Habitats went under threat. Lock and key. To live in the wild, we long to be free. If our hunters were us, we could do as we please. Then came the night, watched all the hours, kind and lit. They sent me away in a big van.
We had probably about half
Cut
our
it down,
participants
put me
taking
free.
part.
It was the only way to save me. I
Maybe
ran
some of them
into
can
a
physically get online, but that doesn't mean that they
guru
necessarily
called
want
Boris.
to be
We
in
lived
this
in the
kind of
wild, under the trees.
interface.
Nothing could separate us,
But yeah,
even
so
the sea.
there's a whole range
Hunters
of
could catch us, especially me. But we ran away and lived free. Long to be free. If habitats went under threat. Key. To live in the wild, we long to be free. If hunters didn't come for us, we could do as we please.
Where we can, we do. But online,
Yeah, it's not easy.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you've got to. Yeah,
But you've had a triumph this evening. That was amazing.
loads of people. Yeah, brilliant.
You know, we had a lot of people, but it was a bit, but not all the people who would normally be able to come. I mean, it was lovely to have a big crowd, but we do normally have a lot of people from Project Earth and that coming, and only a few people were able to come. Online, but it was no choice. Exactly, and Helen was able to read her poems because she's got a toddler at home, and she said that I can also read it.
Human animals, or even just a creature. Stay to be
It was hard to
embodied.
sell for most of our
Or
participants.
incomplete.
I just plug it.
Our
with social work, and she was here for a few days, and I was like, you know, she's doing release activities,
Something you
lecture
enjoy.
or whatever.
Trust your
You know,
friend.
really safe sort of
Don't
seeing
be
it, you know, they go,
coy.
darling, you like to try to share the screen.
If you're
And I just thought
alone,
that to feed to
contact a friend. Before be kind to yourself. But you don't need to hide or be afraid. Learn not to judge. Don't be afraid. Just accept it and be just as you are. Happy in your own skin. No need to hide your scars. But you don't need to hide or be afraid. Well, learn not to judge. Don't be afraid. Just accept it and be just as you are. Happy in your own skin. No need to hide
Well,
your
he's now gotten a work
scars.
placement rather than staying in his bedroom and refusing to come out. He's now 5 days a week a place, and he needs to do his maths and his English. He still
Right.
refuses to go to school.
Long to be free. If I
Kids
had
like
it,
that,
times been under threat, never be under lock and key.
Yeah, there's an assumption, isn't there, that everybody's got a minimum standard, and they just, that's not the case.
If hunters didn't come for
But
us,
anyway,
we could do
I
as we
must say,
please.
I spent all my time dreaming, but in my daydreams I was screaming.
Sheila, I think we're
Trapped in a cage, feeling blue, very bored with nothing to do. I wish I could escape, find a place of my own, break free from the chains, find a new home. Got lost in my imagination, boredom. People came with so they could record them. Through stories and books, I discovered new friends. We played in our imaginary dens. We discovered new things, communicating. Then came in the night, no escaping.
In the wild to be
Maybe
free.
by Easter, I mean, that could be like an entire year, you know, children never wait till Easter till there's enough vaccines
Live in
by
the
the
wild,
world
we long.
in a whole
If
year.
hunters didn't come for us, we could do as we please. In the wild, we long to be free. If our habitats went under
Might not be
threat,
quite, I mean, yeah, might not be still, might be.
to live in the wild, we long to be free. If our hunters were us, we could do as we please. Then came the night when I was escaping. I turned and thrashed and was shaking. Wouldn't stay still, I kicked. Actually, I was kind and lit. They sent me away in a big van. I jumped up and we fell into a dam. We hit the water and got wet. 15 net. We cut it down, set me free.
Lovely.
It was the only way to save me. I ran into a guru called
Yeah.
Boris. We lived in the wild, under the trees. Nothing could separate us, even the sea. Hunters could catch us, especially me. But we ran away and lived free.
It's a glove.
Wild,
Do you watch,
to
do
be
you watch
free.
the Dark
If
Materials?
habitats were under threat,
Yeah, this is from series 1,
to
Lyra's
live
Gloves
in the
in
wild,
series
we
1.
long to be free.
Wow.
If hunters didn't
So I'm on
come
glove 2,
for
I've
us, we
done the
could
first
do
one.
as we
I've done 1,
please.
2, 3, I'll just pop it on. I'll model it.
Yeah.
So I'm on the
Great.
little pinky finger now.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. The great thing about
So is
knitting,
that they for you?
the great thing about doing your own gloves is you can make the fingers the right length. Because you know when you buy them in the shops, there's always a bit at the top, isn't there? You don't need. Well, for me anyway, there's always a bit like an inch, always an inch of extra glove that I just don't need. So make them exactly the right length.
Oh, wow. Excellent.
Ooh!
You'll have a fall and show inside the feature.
Lovely.
And human animals or even just a
Oh, there you go.
creature.
That's
It's
it.
being faulty, but
Made it
or
on yourself.
incomplete. All imperfections we try to make the street. Did you need to hide or be ashamed? Well, we're not the don't be afraid. Just accept it and be just as you are.
It looks really warm as
Happy
well.
in your own skin. No
bring one from the picture on. Nice garden. I did one that I did give out there, and Hannah brought this one home. And she did something that was like Vecchio and Florence. It's the same blue, but the pieces were a bit intimate. They felt like they never really did anymore.
But you don't need to hide or be afraid. But when I'm judged, don't be afraid. Just accept it and be just as you are. Happy in your own skin, you don't need to hide your scars. If you're bored, just do something you enjoy. Trust your friends, don't be cold.